Hello, everyone. Hey, Joe. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How
Welcome
are
to Three
you?
Sheets One Shot. I'm great. I'm having a good
Uh-oh.
day so far.
Oh, look what's down there.
Uh-oh, what? Oh, something's
Oh,
what's coming? Oh, you saw the
what's,
thing?
what,
Yeah, tell
yeah.
everybody about you're an author. You're gonna start charging me more to just appear on my show here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double. I'm gonna have to
Double.
triple my
Triple.
rent.
Oh, I don't know if I can
Yeah.
afford that.
Uh-huh.
Tell them about
But
it.
yes, I am. I suppose I'm going to continue to say technically because because in the capacity that I was an author on this, I worked with, gosh, 20, 30 other great people to put this thing together.
That still
Uh,
counts.
it, it's a an adventure that the proceeds of which are going to raise money for Wildlife Victoria. It's a wildlife rehabilitation group in Victoria, Australia, and it's all centered around wombats. So a group of wombats that are large enough, you know how you have like a flock of seagulls, a pride of lions. Well, a group of wombats is called a wisdom.
Oh, I did not know
So
that. That's new
yes,
information. Cool.
so the title "Wisdom Under Fire" is kind of playing on that fact, and
Gotcha.
it deals with the brush fires in
Yeah.
Australia that's just devastated hundreds,
Mhm.
thousands of hectares of land down there, and we are now, at last check, have sold 82 copies, and we're copper bestseller on DM's Guild, and it's just
Yay!
keep on going and going and going.
Yeah.
I think we've raised north of $500 so far.
That's excellent. And if you're interested in that, look below in the Twitch, or I'll have it when this goes to YouTube. The link that you can go to DM's Guild and order one yourself.
It's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, the link is
It
just
looks
right below
gorgeous.
It's so many great artists on this.
I mean, it looks it looks beautiful. It looks so just pristine and official and everything. So I'm excited about that. Good for you. And I'll get you that check in the mail for tonight's
Sure,
episode.
don't you forget, if you so much as
Triple.
drop a penny, off of my exorbitant, right, justly deserved,
Now that you're a professional writer.
I would not say that at all. I was just about the most unprofessional an individual could be.
It looks
paper.
great. It looks beautiful. I'm glad. The only other thing I have to talk about is our Patreon push for this month. In February, I have a handmade dice bag that I have created using this lush fabric. It's sort of like swampy looking. It's hard to see on that little camera, but it has a little brass colored. I don't know, sort of that antique color.
It's brass, maybe gold.
Yeah. With a green interior, and along with this will be these swamp golem colored dice from Die Hard Dice. If we get for every 2 new Elder Plus patrons that we get, I'll have a drawing. This is the first one. I don't know what the second one going to be, but I happen to have a copy of the Essentials kit from D&D Wizards of the Coast right behind me. That could be the second one. I also have a beautiful miniature that my lovely co-host has painted that I can give away on my stream. So that may be one of the prizes also. So if we can get some more, I have realized in my trial and error over the year and a half-ish that I've been streaming that the best bang for the buck to support me is through Patreon. They don't take a huge amount every month, and I get most of those proceeds back. So that's really where I'd like to see anyone who wants to support this stream and all the other streams I do every week to go to Patreon. And I have several different amounts that you could do, anywhere from $1 to $50, and with a bunch of different benefits for each level. So anyway, I'm done talking about that. The drawing will be on March 3rd. You don't have to be present to win if you are a patron.
Oh, Ryland's here.
Uh-oh.
Our local resident necromancer
This is
is
going to
here.
have to be another necromancer heavy story, isn't it?
I mean, it doesn't have to be. We could just tell him no. No
yeah,
isn't
it's hard to say no to Ryland. Okay, let's get started on the story. So you and I discussed right before we went live that maybe we'll stick with just doing a level 1 to 4 beginner, another beginner campaign.
Yeah, it works for me. A little adventure, a little fun time.
Sure. So, like we did last week, let's skip the first couple of things I have on my screen here and go straight to our antagonist. Who is going to be the big bad evil guy or gal at the end of this, or is it going to be a band of something, rogues or a Tarrasque?
A level one Tarrasque. It's just a little tiny little running around. I'm gonna eat you.
It's just like a little beetle that like nibbles at your toes. A Tarrasque. Actually, that might be fun to go into D&D Beyond and create one. That'd be kind of cute. A baby kraken named Joe.
It should be a baby necromancer named Ryland. See, I can make silly jokes too.
We have a baby kraken already in our Banana Brothers story. If you tuned in last night, you'll see that our last night? No, when was it? Tuesday night.
Days are running together.
We had a baby kraken in that show. Nearly knocked all of our players off the boat a couple times. Okay. Yes, the Ryland is the corpse maker. We know that. So let's think about who we're gonna make our big bad. We could go into D&D Beyond and look. Do you want to do that?
Yeah. We could do that. I was thinking, what if it was like a forest adventure, and the bad guy was like a bad druid, and so our party had to fight like bad forest creatures.
I like that.
You know, like will-o'-the wisps. Those aren't really like bad, but you know.
No, but maybe the party has interrupted some druidic. Boy, I just can't think today.
Ritual?
A ritual, thank you.
Ritual?
Yes, thank you. This is why I have you here. Thank you so much, Joe.
Yeah,
the setting,
immersion is the
setting. Do you want to try to do the forest immersion? Do you think that's a good idea? In fact, that's environment right here. I've got that. We're gonna put forest. We'll add flavor to that. Before we continue, though, I forgot that I wanted to show you guys this. Last week, I have already posted, edited and posted this. I'll give you a quick preview. This is last week's episode in PDF form, available to my Elder Plus patrons. Another patron benefit is to get the actual story flushed out, longer than the hour. It includes the map of the world, because of course all these happen in my world of Amon-Rath. And you get the whole story that we did last week with just the little bullet points, but you get everything fleshed out, little notes on the side, some little benefits of like me helping with names if the players happen to ask what NPC names are, they're there. Some pictures and links. All these are linked to D&D Beyond. I've tried to use the basics, so even if you don't have the legendary pack or any of the bigger packs, you can at least get some of the characters there. There's more to the story in this case, some more imagery, a glossary with some of the NPCs that we put together last week, some of them more detailed, and even a link to the character I put together of the NPC that we created to help out our party of newbies. Plus the map. There's a dungeon map there that you can use, and some of the information about the areas on the map of my world, plus the thank yous, of course. So I wanted to show you guys that real quick.
Oh, that looks really nice.
Thank you. It was fun to put together. It was fun to edit and flush it all out, and I try to keep it to 3 pages because 3 sheets, 1 shot, right? Right?
Three pages, but like 0.1 font size.
No,
so
I am blind, so it's like I had to do something like at least 12. All right, so
yeah, but if we do that, then we just send out like those big huge remember those old magnifying glasses that you used to have that would sit on your chest with a chain?
Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at Gulthius. I know it was 4 pages, but there was a cover on there, dude. It was a cover. So,
Dude.
It was 4 pages. Oh, Golthias? I don't even see him on here. What, am I spelling it incorrectly?
Is it an official setting?
I don't know. It's a Golthias tree. I'm probably saying that incorrectly. I'm trying to get to the page where it might be so I could hear the pronunciation by. We'll have to take a guess as to who's going to say it, but I don't see that. Is it a character? I see this staff here.
Let's see. Just a general Google. Is this? Let's see here. Let's see.
Awesome. Yeah, Rylan, we mentioned earlier before you got you joined us that you were running this last week's one shot. You were running this Saturday on your stream, and I hope you are streaming it, right? Because I want to see how it goes.
Oh, is this a reference to Ravenloft?
Oh, not officially built. He's a deep lore creature. Okay, so I see you've got. I don't know if we want to send 1 to 4 level characters out to meet maybe this legendary character. Okay, good, Rylan. Because I want to see that, even if I have to watch it as a VOD on Monday. All right. Well, we'll keep Golthias. Maybe we find his staff, but I don't know if we're going to be able to go into the deep lore of that without my. I'm new at this whole thing.
So maybe the adventurers in this particular story, maybe they stumble upon so let's back up. Okay. What if they have to go out hunting?
Okay.
Right? Because that's what you do. The point of the beginning point of stories is a break in the status quo.
Sure.
So when the status quo changes, that's when the story starts.
Gotcha.
So
Looking
then.
at you.
Yes. So I was just running stuff through my head. So then, if we talk about how like the adventurers are out and they need to go hunting, right? Let's assume that has to happen. They're out currently on a hunt for food, and the prey leads them to this druidic ritual, something like that.
Okay.
Would be, and they stumble upon it, and maybe they hear it from a distance, and they don't just like bumble right into it. Mm-hmm. Or if we're talking about the Banana Brothers, they absolutely 100% do.
They will absolutely 100% not follow along in any of the story whatsoever. Let's just say that we're writing this campaign one shot for normal players. A druidic ritual stumbled upon by the adventuring party while out hunting for food, maybe far away from. Well, but we talked about this last week. We wouldn't really send 1 to 4 level players, maybe 4th level players. We'd send out into the woods. We don't want to have them too far from a major city because they're just beginning. They're just early levels.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like in World of Warcraft, where you start at the beginning, and then as you travel outward, the mobs get harder. From the
that's a solid idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could be like performing a favor for like maybe a local butcher. Like it's good, but you know what's the best meat?
Like boar meat. Like they go boar hunting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing beats wild boar. Like, these pigs are great. They come from a farm, but nothing beats wild boar.
Perfect.
Hey, why don't you go do that?
I like it. That's excellent. And Jamerson just said it's supposed to be, the ritual's supposed to be top secret, but maybe our adventuring party stumbles upon them doing the ritual, and kind of they witness what they're not supposed to see. So that's a good idea, too.
Works for me, yeah.
Level up, yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the campaign, they hear ding.
Yes, but like they've got to like loot like something that should be on every boar, but it's only like on like 1 in 5.
Well, and it's a bear pelt.
Yeah, it's a bear pelt. Yeah.
They have to collect 80 bear pelts by killing boars. Okay. Druidic ritual stumbled upon by the adventuring party while out boar hunting for food, or for the local butcher. sort of like a quest, I guess he sent them on.
Yeah, and that's kind of the twist. That's kind of also the twist too, because like the quest could probably be set up as, "Hey, would you mind terribly going and killing some boars for me?" While they're out, dun dun dun.
Oh, so you're saying this should be the twist of the whole story?
Could be, if it ever could be.
Right.
I was going to suggest that the twist could be like they're not actually druids; they're actually like
necromancers, right? Occultists.
No, don't see that. He's gonna get started again. Oh, great! Here we go.
Ixnay on the necromancer. Nay. Okay, so we'll add that as a twist. That the
yeah.
Okay. Let me shift that down.
No, Rylan. No one said necromancers.
No one said necromancer. Go back to the script. We're on page 4. All right.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. They could be Gulthias cultists. Like they could worship.
Yes.
What I've come to learn is the Gulthias tree.
Okay.
Yeah, but no one knows anything about Gulthias. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that could work. You know, because like nobody knows anything about it. So.
All right. So, this starts out as a.
Also, you're gonna be terribly disappointed in me. I'm just drinking water.
Me too, because I had too much last night. I had too much wine. I did have too much wine last night. I don't know. I was in a celebratory mood last night, and so I think
nothing wrong with celebrating because it's a Wednesday. You can.
I don't know.
What is that line? What is that line from Men in Tights? There's trees here. There's bushes. We'll bless stuff to. You know, the monk played by I should know his name. Mel Brooks. There we go.
Yeah.
Come on, brain.
Is a normal quest from the local butcher who asks the party to hunt boars. The wilder, the better. That's not a phrase. For the meat. And can you skin boars? Can you use boar skin for anything? To me that would be very rough and like sandpaper. Like you wouldn't want to use it for.
Sure, why not?
All right,
we can do whatever we want.
All right, so yeah, I guess we could use. Oh, why don't we say like their bladders? Maybe their bladders are used for.
Gotta go ahead and I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna step in here and say probably not black.
All right, fine.
Maybe like their stomachs.
Stomach. All
Maybe
right.
their stomachs.
All right, stomach.
Flat.
Well, I didn't know. I'm thinking like make a little bag or something once it's all dried out. I don't know, for the meat and stomachs. I don't know. Sounds.
I like that name for the end boss, Pumbaa.
Pumbaa. Disney might not like if we did that. Are you awakened? Yep. Okay, so the object that must be defeated is what? What are they going to have to do once they stumble upon this druidic, or these Gulthias cultists?
Yeah.
What are they going to have to do to get out of the situation or stop the ritual? Well, let's describe the ritual. What are these druidic cultists doing?
Well,
and what are they trying to accomplish?
Full circle. Maybe they're trying to summon some kind of lesser boar demon named Pumbaa. You know, P-O-O-M-B-A-G-H, so we don't get in trouble. And Rylan, is still helping out.
They're trying to summon a great boar. I keep trying to write board.
Borthulu.
I like that better.
Borthulu, I kind of like better than.
A great boar god called Borthulu. And how are they doing this? What would you put in a summoning circle to call forth a boar lord, a boar god? What are some items, chat? What are some items that you would put in a summoning circle to bring forth a great boar god?
I'm leaving if any one of you says boar bladder.
Pork rinds
in a football.
We've we've lost it already. It's like 20 minutes in, we've lost it. We're not going to get done with the story at all. All right, so we'll have to think of some items. We'll skip that one for now.
Maybe it's just the cultists around the circle that are doing it. Maybe there's not anything in the circle.
Oh,
Maybe,
I see. Maybe if I just connect, but they have to be, something has to be interruptible. Like, what can they? If there's
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, since it's real low level, and if memory serves,
okay.
cultist. Let's come over here to D&D Beyond. Okay, let's take bets. Is it going to be Marisha or Matt saying the work?
It's going to be. You always go with Matt. I'll go with Marisha. Okay. Who is it?
It's Marisha.
Ah, that's two for two now. All right, we're looking under blights.
Yeah. So cultist.
Awakened plants gifted with the power of Okay.
That works.
Yeah.
Especially since they're like masquerading as druids. Because that's what I was going to say. This is going to be the twist that I was going to suggest. Is that while these guys aren't actually druids, they're masquerading as druids, and that was going to be the twist I suggested. But that twist of them starting out as boar hunting, and it just goes terribly off the rails.
Okay. All right. I like that. We were guessing, Rylan, who does the voice of, because Marisha or Matt, either one of them do the, when you go to D&D Beyond to hear what a creature sounds like, the word is how it's pronounced, it's either going to be Marisha or Matt. And Joe and I twice now have had a contest to see who could guess who does that, and I've won both of them guessing Marisha. It's okay, because I'm on D&D Beyond now, immersion, and I've got, I see the roots of the Gulthias tree. It's a legends of a vampire named Gulthias who worked terrible magic and raised up an abominable tower called Nightfang Spire. He was undone when a hero plunged a wooden stake through his heart. His blood infused the stake. Oh, that must have caused the... that must be the staff they're talking about. But they've got these needle blights, twig blights, and vine blights.
Yeah, surely one of those is going to be low enough CR for...
Yeah, they are. One of them is only a quarter, an eighth. And...
that's great because cultists are 1/8. What's the 1/8? The twig blights 1/8. So yeah, everything could be
different.
1/8.
And then vine blights are half. So that's perfect for beginning ones. And the cultists could definitely be beginning. Let me write this down in our little handy dandy story here. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go in and on D&D Beyond, we're going to create a Gulthias cultist. We're going to call him. We're going to create our own monster.
No, Rylan. 1/8 of them does not mean throw 15 of them.
Well, three at a time, 5 times. All right, blights.
Rylan. And maybe I don't want you to do our one shot because I want the heroes to survive our one shots.
They're not gonna survive.
They're not gonna survive. I mean, you do you, boo. I'm not gonna judge.
All right, so we've got Gulthias cultists, and maybe as they're trying to summon this boar god, the blights are coming out to protect them against anyone trying to interrupt their summoning ritual. So let's go to D&D Beyond and create a Gulthias cultist out of a basic cultist. How's that sound?
Okay. Yeah, works for me.
All right. Go back to the top. All right. Cultist. All right. They are... Yeah, they're only challenge rating 8th. Let's see what the Black Earth cultists are. Challenge rating 2. So maybe we won't do that one. That's not a very good idea. There's a cultist in Rick and Morty. That's hysterical. Let's just go... You're right. Let's go with basic cultist. Scimitar, Dark Devotion. Perfect. So let's go to our creations, and we are going to create a monster, and we will base it on occultist. There we go. Okay, hello. Website couldn't keep up with my clicky fingers. This is, to me, the easiest way to do it is just find something that you want to work off of, because a lot of it's already filled in.
So I have a very special person that just popped in the chat. The organizer, the ringleader, the big bad boss of Wisdom Under Fire has stopped by.
I see. Is
the
that
one? Dungeon Mom, yeah. They got everything together. They herded all us cats, and they did an absolutely spectacular job.
Well, that's excellent, because I understand what it's like to wrangle cats. I've taught children's choir. So good on you, Dungeon Mom Designs, or DMD for short. That's great, and we're excited to promote that worthwhile project. All right, Gulthias Cultist. We'll make it a version 5th edition. Humanoid.
Yeah, there you go.
Any race.
Jim picked one up. Jim picked a copy up.
Yay! Okay, so they're not swarm types. We're just gonna make them chaotic, evil.
They're swarm types if Ryland's running the game.
I
Goodness.
know, right?
Ryland, you can't make people swarms.
So we need let's say 5. Let's say this needs to be 5 cultists, because that's the traditional upside down star. Yeah, like a summoning me
that old
ritual.
chestnut.
And I have to go in here now and change. Gulthias.
No, not a Ryland swarm. Definitely not a Ryland.
To dark powers. To the dark powers. It says Gulthias cultists swear allegiance to the dark power of.
Although, if there was going to be a Ryland swarm, what would a Ryland be in?
What would we use to summon a Ryland swarm? Most conceal their loyalties to avoid being ostracized, imprisoned, or executed for their beliefs. Unlike evil acolytes, cultists often show signs of insanity in their beliefs and practices. Perfect.
Oh, I think.
Not chosen ale, yeah. Yeah. And a Surebonder glue gun. Okay. So there we go. We've got our Gulthias cultist. What do we want to add to this story about Gulthias, though? You said that you had something. Was it on a wiki?
Yeah. Let me find that. I
don't need images. I need. Oh, here's the tree. We'll go into the tree and see, because that's the where they tried to circle around. Oh wait, someone's written.
No,
that's
it
on
couldn't
the
be
forum.
the tree.
No, it can't be. No, it can't be the tree. That's not for our level.
That's scary.
But
that's the.
Okay, so but here let's read about the Gulthias staff. Oh wait. Okay, yeah, and just see what it's about, and maybe that's part of. We'll add this, whatever is we can find in here. We'll add it as a, sort of an extra thing that this Gulthias cultist can do, because I don't want it to be just a cultist named something else. Let's give it a something. Some fun properties. Yeah, definitely.
It almost reminds me of that staff that's in Elder Scrolls games that always shows up. The name escapes me right now, but it kind of does the same thing.
Okay.
The like vampiric strike and whatnot.
Yeah,
I can't remember
see
the name of it.
that here. We could make them immune to necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It would make sense that like cultists of a particular I guess faction. What do we call this evil dude?
Yeah.
They would get some kind of benefit from pledging allegiance.
Condition immunities or damage adjustments. I don't see where it says necrotic. Immune to necrotic damage.
That's
because it must be in
unholy, or what's it called? Let's see, radiant. What's the opposite?
Yeah, someone in chat help us out here, because we're both drawing a blank at that. Advantage against nature-based spells. Okay.
That would, yeah. No, necrotic. Yeah, necrotic is a 5e type.
I know, but I can't find it under condition immunities. I see blinded, charmed. Oh, that's not damage. Okay, hold on, that's condition immunities. Hang on, I'm in the wrong spot here. Let me save this so I can then add to the ones below. It would be under senses, maybe? No.
And any special sense your monster possesses. Let's see here. Language.
No.
Let's see. I think that language should be. Well, no, maybe not, because it's not infernal.
It would be whatever. Because it could be any humanoid race, so it wouldn't be that. Let me check skills. I don't know why. Where the nope. No. Okay. So let's go back to the first.
Reading about this Gulthias tree. It's a big bad dude. This Gulthias.
I know, right? Okay, so let's scroll down. Maybe I've missed something here. Something keeps tickling my ankle. Doesn't have
Writing, we did that. Yeah, swarm type, we didn't do that only.
Nope. It should be under that immunity. Oh wait, saving throw proficiencies?
No,
nope.
man.
Oh, damage adjustments. Here we go. I was not looking in the right place. All right, so it is necrotic, immune, or resistant.
I would say since it's 1st to 4th level, it just
Resist. Okay.
Yeah. So like maybe they can still get hurt, but
okay.
But not.
All right, and they have advantage against nature-based spells. That might have to be something I type in. Reaction. Traits, special traits. Okay. Yes. Okay. So they have. What should we call that? What should we call this? What is there something called? Oh, just make it a resistance. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Good call. Nature. Is there a nature? It doesn't have nature based. It just goes straight to necrotic in the alphabetical order.
We'll fix that in post. We'll go back.
Fix it in post. Well, I have to write it down somewhere so I don't
one.
forget.
Just like switch over to the pin for
Yeah.
the PDF and just like scribble on the
Just
top.
scribble over
Don't forget.
Don't forget this
nature. Resist.
Well, I can put it in the. I'll go back and put it in the where we started. Excuse me, before with the at the top here. If it catches up, this special traits, nature based spells, resistance against nature based spells. Okay, perfect. And I'll fix that like you said in post. Okay, so now we have our Gulthias cultist. Save that. And I'll make sure to share that so that unless it's too close to a cultist, they might say that. Let me go to creations here and
no, it's pretty different. It's pretty.
I didn't change many of the stats. Let's see if it lets me. Sometimes it doesn't. These are all my other ones that I've done. It's on page 2.
That's fairly impressive. You're up to page 2 now.
Cannot be shared for the following reasons. It's too similar to cultist, which is fine. That's fine. But I can still put it in my homebrew stuff. And maybe I could go in and change its stats. Make it a little.
You can change its hit points from like 2d8 to 2d10, and it's.
But I could do that
armor
later, so
from like
I'll
12
make a note.
to.
Yeah. Okay, so they're putting together this summoning circle ritual to call forth Borthulu, and the party stumbles upon them and needs to destroy the cultists because they immediately attack. They're chaotic evil. I'll put 5 here.
But they should probably, like, the cultists probably should attack first, since there's those blights are there, the twig blights and the vine blights and what was the other one? Thorn.
Oh, let me write
blights?
those two. Yeah. I don't remember the other one. I know you're right about twig blights.
And vine
blights. I don't remember the third one. I'll just put blights. They attack first because they're protecting the cultists.
Yeah.
Okay. yeah, the cultists cutlets
Cutlets, hey.
try to maintain their concentration on the summoning ritual while the blights protect them. Not all the cultists will be involved in the ritual. A couple of them will be on guard. Okay, well, we could do that too. We could have 5 doing the ritual and 2.
Yeah, that would work.
Maybe additional cultists. Depends on how hard we make them when I go back in and change it get them away from being regular cultists so I can share that Golthias. Maybe make them more druidic. Add some more wisdom to them or something.
Yeah.
Because of the whole nature-based part of it. Okay, maybe additional cultists on guard. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so what evil thing have they done? Well, they're trying to summon a demigod. We'll call our Borthulu a demigod. Trying to summon an evil... This will be fun to put together Borthulu, by the way. Demigod... I
have a very strong feeling that Borthulu is going to be a mess.
He's going to be Borthulu.
We'll let Ryland take point on that.
Yeah.
$5 says that Borthulu is covered in nachos and or beer.
And or ale, yeah, definitely. Okay, who sent them on this adventure? The
butcher.
The butcher, right. Who is simply looking for boar meat and stomachs.
Yes,
and has no idea about the cultists. Okay? Now, here's where we might have a twist. The first twist, of course, is that the druidic ritual is stumbled upon, and is there a second twist? Do we make the butcher somehow involved? Is that a twist to the story? Or one of the cultists is the butcher's wife.
Yes, that could work. Yeah.
Okay.
But how would so
Town butcher who's been noticing a sudden drop in the quality of meat that's been coming in. Yes, definitely, and he wants that boar meat because the meat from the pigs on the farm just is not. There's a high demand for the wild boar meat in this area. Oh, we haven't picked out an area of our story. Let's do that real quick. I have a map. I say I have a map. I gotta find it. Here it is. Here's our map of Ammonrath. And
it's a map. It's a map.
No singing that song. No. Oh, Dora. Okay, so our last episode, we were in right here, in right outside Mayston, and our little one shot happened right here, right below the 2 O's in Miramore, on the edge of this foothills of this mountain range right there. So we need a forested area. I can tell you that the Lunar Mist Forest south of Ravenscroft is a very, very dense forest. There's a couple of stories that have happened or are happening in there, but it's as you can see, it's a very large forest, approximately, 200 miles wide and almost 300 miles tall. Tall?
Maybe long.
Long.
Deep.
So it could be there, or there's plenty. There's virtually very little stuff happening in the middle of Sara, which is an elven area. So, yeah, Lunar Mist is an unusual forest, and it has a very, very thick canopy. It's currently where our Banana Brothers, they just left that area because they visited their father who lives there, and he's eccentric. So maybe we could
Papa Banana.
Yeah.
So how big of a town is Crow's Hollow? maybe they could be like leaving Crow's Hollow or Tarathiel.
Tarathiel is the capital elven city. And yes, they could start there for sure. Crow's Hollow is a sort of a hidden city, and right now in my storyline it's having issues, so they can't go to Crow's Hollow. they have yet to get there, according to the story, the Banana Brothers story. So I don't want to take them to Crow's Hollow yet. But anywhere where you see the word Sara, it would be okay. Even south as far as Guardian Farms. This area by Greymouth Point is under sort of a, what is it called when it's kind of a no man's land. Sara doesn't really claim it, and Coventh doesn't really claim it, and it doesn't have a lot of rule. It has like a I can't think of the word.
Contested territory?
No, it's not contested.
No man's land?
Yeah, it's like a no man's land. It's like they have a constable there, but that's it. But it's there's rogues and pirate ships in that area, and it's sort of not even ruled very well.
Well, maybe it's Tarathiel they work out of. It's no big, it's no problem to work out of a big city.
Exactly. So they could work out there, and then maybe it's right here in this forested area, right below the H in Crow's Hollow. That's perfect. Crow's Hollow is where the Tarrasque is. Yeah. Okay.
That's their problem.
That's their problem. No spoilers, but
got a friggin' Tarrasque.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Crow's Hollow, currently, if you watch old episodes of Three Sheets One Shot from last year, is undead. It's full of undead, and they've got a serious issue there right now. But no one's taken notice of it yet. Hopefully, our intrepid adventurers will get there and help them out with that eventually. But yeah, this is a good area. I like this. So we'll have the environment, the forest south of Tarathiel. Now that means that Tarathiel is the capital. Capital of Sara, and it's Elven. It's an Elven city, and that's where our Banana Brothers are heading right now on a ship.
What's the word I'm looking for? The demographic breakdown in Tarathiel. Like, is it all Elven? Is it exclusively Elven? Like,
No.
is it Elven and human and everybody else?
It is diverse, but not as diverse as Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft is a human settlement, but it's very diverse. Tarathiel's, because of its location on it's sort of on cliff-like. It's a cliff-like city. No, not cliff. What are those things? They're like islands that have risen up out of the water. Let's see if I can find a picture.
Oh, like Pike from Game of Thrones. Like
what are those things called?
Oh, quick, put it away! One of the Banana Brothers here. Quick.
Who's?
And Choku.
And Choku, oh no! There's no fire fruits here. Let me see if I can get to. I know you guys can see look at all my files. I have a bazillion files here. Okay, so this is Tarathiel. Look at all this stuff. I love to use Incarnate. I should have just gone to Incarnate. Here's Tarathiel. Let me open it in a open with. Here we go. Photo viewer. That is Tarathiel.
Oh, no problem. Oh, my Choku. I'm happy to do it.
What are those called?
Yeah. I don't know. You could call those cairns. You could call them.
Aren't they like karsks? Isn't that a word? A karsk?
It can be.
Okay.
You can make it a word.
No, there is a word. It's a real word. And it's so all the green roofed buildings is sort of like the kingdom, the royal area, whereas all the stuff on land is like the village that is right to the south of that. And if you look on the main map, right here, you can see it's very blown up, but it's this right here area. Yeah. So what are those called? It's called what did I just do? Hello. It's there's a topographical word for it, but I don't know what it is. They're like raised up islands connected by bridges. So that's what Tarathiel is. So when the ship comes in, they'll probably come in right here at this seaport, because they wouldn't come into the main kingdom section of it, the royal section. They'd come in here at this landing. And I should probably redraw this with some docks. But they'll come in, or they'll be there, or there maybe our party is from this area, and they're gonna go and get maybe they'll see it off of a board, like a message board. What do they call it? A notice board? Like help wanted?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a message board.
Yeah. And
Are you? What was the word you said earlier?
Cars? Cars?
Oh no, on one called Skiri,
Oh,
which is
Skiri?
a small rocky island, usually too small for. It's usually too small for human habitation.
Oh,
Never
yeah,
mind.
no.
That's not.
Yeah. I think it's Karsk. I think. Karsk. Maybe I'm saying that incorrectly. Anyway.
Well, let's see here. Karsk is a Swedish and Norwegian cocktail containing coffee together with moot. Oh no! Yeah, here it is. Here, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Here's what it is. This is why this word came up because it's a Swedish or Norwegian cocktail containing coffee together with moonshine and
okay.
sometimes a spoonful of sugar.
Okay.
Maybe it's C. You keep going. Yeah, I'll look.
Okay. Cultists. Well, we only have like 10 minutes left, 15 minutes left, so I'm trying to get more of the story done. So we need a name for the butcher shop. Anyone want to? They're gonna have to get the message board's gonna have to take them to the butcher shop to talk to the butcher. So we need a name for the butcher, and we need a name for his shop.
The butcher has got to be named Peter or Pete because he's Butcher Pete.
Yeah, but they're Elven. You have to think of Elven words. Elven names.
He could be a human in amongst. Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up my handy dandy fantasy name generator.
You asked me about the population. I would say that Tarathiel, even though it is somewhat diverse, is still mostly 70% Elven. That's what I meant to tell you. Let me.
So we are going to fantasy names. We are going to go
That's
to
what
elf
I'm doing. Place names.
Let's see.
Butcher shop.
Let's see.
Oh, there's no butcher shop. What else would it be called? A
meat monger? That doesn't sound right. Oh.
Help!
Some of these male
I'll go to
names
cafe.
really...
I'll go to cafe names.
Try a neutral name. Oh, here's a good one. Belos.
Belos, and that's for what?
That's an elf name, a neutral elf name. Bellas.
All right, Belos. What's his last name? Let's meet. Okay, you're cut off, Anshoku.
Yeah, get out.
I need to...
Well, right here it's accompanied with the last name Vaberos, Vabero. But we could.
Vaberos, like that? Vaberos.
Yeah, but his last name could just as easily be Bella's Jimersian. Could be.
You think so?
Helped us so much. No, I wouldn't want to. What's the word I'm looking for? Tie Jimersian. Make him responsible for this.
Jimersian and I have known each other for a very long time. I was the subject of one of his interviews for Geek and Sundry long ago. So I really appreciate the fact that he wrote about my Crow's Nest Inn and Tavern way back in the day, a long time. So I don't think he'll mind if we use a part of his name. How about we do it backward? Noise Rem. Idge.
Yeah, you tell me how a J at the end of a word is supposed to sound.
I like
that is
Noise
I think you just accidentally said the Norwegian word for a mountain stream.
Mountain stream.
That's how you really just string along somebody. That's a old Scottish word for a mountain path.
He's the local butcher, and the shop is called.
It's not called Let's Meet.
It's not called Let's Meet. What is you? Merzigi. Okay, we'll do that.
Let's see here. Blacksmith, brewery. Well, let's just get.
I saw
tavern.
brewery but I didn't see butcher shop.
Here's a great one. The
What?
Stormy Hog Bar.
The Stormy.
That's great.
Haunt.
No, just call it the Stormy Hog.
Hog.
Yeah, the Stormy Hog.
I like it. It's perfect. And what is his wife's name?
Oh, now I gotta go find let's see here.
Obviously, Merzigi is the last name, the surname.
let's see, females.
Yeah. You guys choose.
How about Siora? Sior. Yeah, you guys in chat choose.
Well, I meant you too. When I said you guys, I meant you and the.
I've got one. Siora. Sior.
A.
Siora. Yes.
Okay. All right, and she's secretly. Whoops! Boy, I cannot spell. A member of the Golphias cult. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. I like it too. Okay, so we have the basis of our story here. This is just sets out to be sort of you and your party members are sitting around, need some coin, and so you look up on the message board and you see that the local butcher has asked anyone, adventuring party, if they'd travel south into the... Did I name that forest? I don't know. I don't think I did.
The southern... It could just be called the Southern Tarathiel Wilds. Like, maybe they don't have a name. Like, they just call it the Southern Tarathiel Wilds.
Yes, that's definitely a name. But does our chat have any suggestions for another idea for that? And as I tell my players on D&D with the Banana Brothers, as funny as some humorous names sound, because this will be canon to my world of Amonrath, I'd kind of like some semi-normalish sounding names, or at least exotic names that don't sound like they're made up. What's the opposite of hollow?
Filled in?
Yeah.
Thicket is... I don't know what we're going to call it, but it should be something...
Thicket's a great word.
I love the word thicket.
I do too, but thicket to me says thick bushes and brambles. It doesn't really say trees.
Thicket is one of those cool words where you can get as close to cussing as possible without actually getting in trouble for cussing.
That's true. You're not wrong there. Definitely.
Well, I've got a couple here just in handy dandy fantasynamegenerators.com.
Let's hear them. Let's hear them.
Go. The Bridgewater Thicket.
Okay. That would make sense because there's lots of bridges in Tarathiel, and Bridgewater. I mean, that would work because there's bridges, and they kind of have to live over those bridges in the royal part of that city.
I think one of the Banana Brothers got a hold of the fantasy name generator.
Yeah, I think so too. A shrubbery thicket. Let's just
call
it the herring. The herring thicket.
Shrubbery thicket.
The herring.
There's a joke. There's a reference to a movie in there somewhere about a shrubbery. There's a reference, something with a shrubbery. I don't know.
The forest of Tarathiel, the capital of Sara, called the. I like Bridgewater. Bridgewater. Cops.
I still. Oops. Copes.
Copes. I've always.
Cops are who arrest you.
Copes. Is it Copes? I don't know.
I've always thought it might be cops. I've always heard it pronounced copes.
Okay.
In fact, you know what? I'll just look that.
Why don't you look that up? Or something that start. It could be alliterative. It could start with a B. The Bridgewater.
Oh no, you are correct. Yes, cops.
Is it cops? Okay. Okay. Well, we'll leave it that for now. But if someone has an idea, just go to our Discord and type it in because we're always looking for suggestions for stuff like that. Okay. So. Task them with going into the Bridgewater cops to hunt boars for their meat and their stomachs. He uses the stomachs for... how about he uses the stomachs for a some sort of delicacy?
Sure. Yeah, he could make his version of like haggis.
Yes.
It could be his name's not Jim.
Tripe.
I'm stuck on Jim.
Okay. So they take the job because maybe it pays well. He knows that if they bring these boars back, it's a delicacy, so it's kind of on a high end, an upper end of the payment. So they need some coin, and so they go, and while hunting the boars, and we could definitely throw. Let me put that in there. The monsters on the way. They do find some large boars, which would be perfect, I believe, for these levels.
And maybe just so we can make this kind of like more a joke version of an MMO quest. Maybe like if they don't kill the boar the right way, the stomach isn't usable. So like that explains why maybe they're not getting stomachs off of every boar like you do in a MMO, which is dumb.
Exactly. We could have it be an animal handling check for someone who has that skill, and it has to be a high
Yes,
DC.
or survival. That be survival or animal. Well, I would say survival because yes, I would say let's make it survival.
It could be. It could be one or the other.
What's another? Let's see. Survival is which one's wisdom? It should be like one wisdom. I like doing multiple stats too. You know, like one
Oh, that's
wisdom.
true. Which one's survival is? I'll have to look. I don't remember which one's which. Animal handling is wisdom? Let me look. I'll look at my
Survival is wisdom.
I'll go look at Ronan and see what she is. Strength for boar tusks? Yeah, they could pull tusks off too.
Oh, animal handling is wisdom as
Animal
well.
handling is
Let's
wisdom. Yeah.
Let's take a look at what intelligence checks are.
And survival is also wisdom. You're right. So maybe not. Maybe you're right. Let's make it two different things. Animal handling and maybe medicine to know what the stomach is.
Yes, medicine.
No, that's wisdom also.
Oh, is it? Well, nature.
Nature.
Then. Let's do nature. Nature is intelligence.
Okay. All right. Nature.
Yeah.
Animal handling or nature. To remove the stomach intact, to get its full value. Perfect. Because apparently it's very valuable, like truffles.
Sure.
Awesome. This is great. This is a nice, simple, but with a couple of twists, stories to it. And the wife is one of they have to go back and tell the poor butcher that.
I meant to go back to that point.
Yes.
Okay, so there needs to be some way to tie her to him. Something like it could be it's a little too on the nose, but it could certainly be like he's wearing a pendant. When they find her, she's wearing like the other half of
the other half of the
those,
pendant.
like those
Okay.
best friend necklaces you saw years and years ago, where they would like stick together.
Yes, or maybe maybe they're in on it together. No, I like the idea of the butcher being.
Yeah, the butcher
innocent.
like shouldn't know.
Yeah.
No, I think it's better that if one of the cultists is the butcher's wife,
Okay,
but he doesn't know about it. So
he's
they gotta
wearing a
that
very
unfortunate
distinct
mess.
what?
I almost wonder if it shouldn't be like a two-tone or two-part kind of tie-in. Like maybe the butcher's shop smells like very distinct, like juniper berries. You know, like it smells like gin, like the juniper berries that are in gin. And
Okay.
it smells really strong of juniper berries. And then when they're out, maybe with another nature check or a perception check,
Yes.
they smell juniper berries again, but they all know that this is not where juniper berries come from, and then they could generalize it and find or localize it and find her. And then she's wearing, not only does she also smell like juniper berries, but she's wearing either maybe the same amulet or like two parts of a whole,
Yes.
or something like that. It could just be as simple as wedding rings.
Yes, that's true. Or a reference to her husband, maybe as the cultists are talking. They're over here.
And you know, another way to really lock it in, they could find a key on her. And if they come to the suspicion that she's his husband or she's his wife, then that key might fit one of the doors in the butcher shop.
Or a chest that the butcher can't open or hasn't been able to open because it's his wife's and he doesn't mess with her stuff.
Yes, that would be best.
Okay, that opens a small concealed chest in the living quarters near the shop. Okay, we can build on that. I'll definitely build on that to get this written as a story. And once it's written as we have to come up with a title. Last thing we do tonight. It's already 9 o'clock. Let's come up with a title, and then we're gonna go raid. I think Dire Bear GM is playing. We're gonna raid them, but let's come up with a title. What's this be called?
Let's see here. Out in the forest, just like smacks me right in the face.
Okay.
That's not great.
Something about boar.
We could do like instead of rocky like a hurricane, it could be rocky like a wild boar.
Okay.
No, don't use that.
I was giggling. Something about not being bored, or like using the other meaning of the word bore.
Yeah. Well, is it spelled the same? Are both of those boars spelled the same? 'Cause
No.
If it's okay, so
How about
it
no
could be-
boring task
Yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah, but it's spelled like boring as
Yeah.
as in I am bored. Yeah.
No, but it's spelled like the pig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unless Chad can come up with a better idea.
If Jack can come up with a better name in -1 minute.
How about no task too boring?
Yes, that I like.
Okay, and then we'll subtitle it later. All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I am so excited about the first 2 weeks. I am done now with the first 2 weeks of February. 8 streams this month so far, and they've all been wonderful. Thanks to you guys. I really appreciate it. Once again, I am looking for 2, maybe more Elder Plus patrons by the end of the month, and if so, I will have this beautiful dice bag to give away on March 3rd here on D&D with the Banana Brothers that night. If you're a patron, you don't have to be present to win because you're automatically entered. But if you're here and you're watching and you want to be a part of it and you're not a patron, you're entered also. So, just be a part of the show, and that's all I ask. I've got the calendar up for next week on various social media things, but on Monday, Clover is not going to be here. She's going to be skiing. So Drake has kindly offered to step into her producing shoes, and he's going to be producing Curious Crafts on Monday night. So look forward to that. And then, of course, D&D with the Banana Brothers on Tuesday. Aunt Anne's Tree with Valentine's Day pizza ornament. And then back again with... Are you going to be here with us, Joe, next week?
I will absolutely be here next week.
All right.
Thursday.
Awesome.
But before that, I will be over at Riff and Rabble, twitch.tv/Riff and Rabble tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday.
Saturday, yes. Now, what time is that? Because we want to make sure we try to catch Rylands also.
That is at 6:30 Eastern.
Okay.
4:00 a.m. on the moon. I don't know what that.
I don't know the times. Just keep a tab on Riff and Rabble and Ryland TV and right here on Curious Crafts. All right, let me switch to our thank you screen, and thank you guys so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye.